Why does overthinking make you create fake scenarios? Have you ever caught yourself replaying a conversation that never happened? Or mentally preparing for a disaster that will probably never come? You're not broken, your brain is doing exactly what it was built to do. But somewhere along the way, it went into overdrive. In this video, we're going to break down exactly why your brain invents fake scenarios. We'll look at why it's wired to expect the worst, why overthinking turns into a full mental movie, how stress and anxiety pour fuel on the fire, what constant overthinking actually does to your brain over time, and finally, simple, science-backed ways to shut it all down. Stay with me, because understanding this might just change the way you think about thinking. Section 1. Why does the brain expect the worst? Here's something your brain never told you: it is not trying to make you happy. It is trying to keep you alive. Deep inside your brain sits a tiny almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. Its one job? Detect threats. And it is very, very good at it. This is called negativity bias. Your brain pays more attention to bad outcomes than good ones, because throughout human history, the people who assumed danger was around the corner were the ones who survived. The ones who relaxed too much? They got eaten. So your brain runs threat simulations constantly. It imagines the worst possible outcome of every situation, not to torture you, but to prepare you. The problem is that in the modern world, there are no lions. But your amygdala doesn't know that. It treats a risky text message the same way it treats a predator. Section 2. Why does overthinking make you create fake scenarios? So if the brain is just detecting threats, why does it build entire fake storylines? Because overthinking hijacks your imagination. When you get stuck in a loop, what did they mean by that, or what if I fail? Your brain doesn't just stop at the question. It fills in the blanks. It writes the script, casts the characters, and plays the whole scene out. This happens because your prefrontal cortex, the thinking, planning part of your brain, keeps feeding information back to the amygdala. The more you think about a threat, the more real it feels. And the more real it feels, the more detail your brain adds. It becomes a feedback loop. Overthinking doesn't solve the problem, it produces a very convincing illusion of one. Section 3. How do stress and anxiety make it worse? Now add stress and anxiety into the mix, and things escalate fast. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, the main stress hormone. Cortisol sharpens your threat detection, which sounds useful, but it also lowers the threshold for what counts as a threat. Suddenly, everything feels dangerous. A delayed reply. A weird look. Silence. Under anxiety, your brain doesn't just imagine bad outcomes, it treats them as facts. The fake scenario isn't, what if this goes wrong, anymore. It becomes, this is going wrong. Research shows that chronic anxiety literally rewires how your brain filters information, pushing you toward worst-case interpretations almost automatically. Stress doesn't just make you overthink. It makes you believe the overthinking. Section 4. What happens to your brain when you overthink constantly? Here's where it gets serious. Occasional overthinking is normal. Constant overthinking? That leaves a mark. Studies show that chronic overthinking increases activity in the default mode network, the part of your brain that's active when you're doing nothing. It's basically your brain's idle mode. But for overthinkers, it never really turns off. It keeps running scenarios, replaying memories, and projecting futures. Over time, this leads to mental fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and even memory issues. And because the amygdala gets activated so often, it becomes hypersensitive, meaning smaller and smaller things trigger bigger and bigger emotional responses. Your brain becomes trained to panic. What starts as a bad habit of thought can slowly reshape your brain's actual wiring. Section 5. Simple tips to stop overthinking. The good news? The brain that learned to overthink can learn to stop. First, name what you're doing. When you catch yourself spiraling, say it out loud or in your head, "I'm overthinking." Labeling the thought reduces the amygdala's response. Science calls this affect labeling. Second, schedule your worry. Pick 10 minutes a day to think about your concerns. Outside that window, redirect. Your brain needs a boundary. Third, ground yourself in the present. The 5-4-3-2-1 technique, 5 things you see, 4 you can touch, 3 you hear, pulls your brain out of imagination and back into reality. Fourth, question the scenario. Ask yourself, is this actually happening, or am I writing a story? Most fake scenarios collapse under honest scrutiny. And fifth, move your body. Physical movement burns off cortisol and interrupts the overthinking loop at a biological level. Even a 10-minute walk resets your mental state. Outro. Your brain is not your enemy. It's running ancient software in a modern world, and sometimes that software glitches. But now you know why it happens, what it does to you, and how to take back control. If this video helped you understand your own mind a little better, share it with someone who needs it. And stay curious, your brain is worth understanding.